Bonsoir everyone, welcome to Chacha Paranormal. Tonight I'm back with that famous book from which I shared a few third kind encounters testimonies with you a few weeks ago. And tonight we're continuing. I'm going to tell you 6 new stories, all taken from the same catalogue. And they all have something in common. They all took place in October 1954, a year that became famous for the explosion of UFO sightings. Let's go. The first story takes us near Auxerre in October 2nd in the early evening. A farmer, Robert Cuffot, is working in his field with his tractor when he notices a few hundred meters away 2 motionless figures. They are wearing very light-colored clothes, almost white. Their silhouettes are human, but something immediately makes the witness uncomfortable. The 2 beings are staring straight at him. They don't speak, they don't move, they observe. Robert keeps working, but he realizes that despite the time passing, their gaze never leaves him, which is a bit oppressive, especially since the field is isolated, surrounded by thick hedges. Then, without warning, the 2 figures move together, go behind a hedge, and disappear. 2 hours later, after night has fallen, Robert suddenly sees a luminous object, glowing red like burning embers, seemingly taking off from the exact spot where the beings vanished. The object rises and fades away into the sky. We change scenery and head to the north of France during the night of October 3rd near Nivelles. Just after midnight, Marcel Sénéchal, 20 years old, is riding his bicycle home. The path is deserted, the night silent. Then, without warning, he hears voices. They are not human voices, it's an unknown language. Down the side of the path, Marcel notices a luminous circular shape, about 3 meters in diameter, a kind of glowing disc, from which a beam of light shoots out. Standing next to it are 2 humanoid figures. They are about 1.2 meters tall, wearing shiny, almost metallic clothing. They look human, but their proportions and their stillness make the scene deeply disturbing. Terrified, Marcel doesn't wait any longer. He runs off to report what he saw at the police station. A few hours later, on October 4th, the strange events continue. This time near Saint-Perdoux, near a small stream, Mr. Lacombe spots a small being, about 19 centimeters tall. Its skin is dark, its head bare, with no helmet or headgear. He is wearing a wide belt, appears to be wearing shoes, and is dressed in what looks very much like a simple pair of briefs.
So far, so good.
Intrigued, the witness goes back home to get his hunting rifle, then quietly returns. The being is still there. It is crouching, drinking water from the palm of its hand, then picking up small stones and carefully placing them inside its belt. Why not? Under each arm, the witness notices 2 pear-shaped objects, about the size of sugar boxes. The entity then emits strange sounds, a series of incomprehensible syllables. Then, without effort or noise, it rises vertically and disappears into the sky in about 30 seconds. On the ground, Mr. Lacombe later finds footprints size 21. This story is a gift that keeps on giving. Early the next morning, near Loctudy, around 4 a.m., Pierre Lucas, a bakery worker, is drawing water in the courtyard when he notices, just a few meters away, a circular craft resting on the ground, measuring about 2.5 to 3 meters in diameter. The object opens, and a being steps out. It stands about 1.2 meters tall, calmly approaches Pierre, touches him on the shoulder, and speaks words he cannot understand. Pierre steps back, but keeps his cool, and retreats into the bakery. The being follows him. We don't like that. under the light. Pierre can clearly see its face. It is oval, covered in dark hair, with huge eyes, the size of a pigeon's egg. When Pierre calls for his boss, the entity retreats, climbs back into its craft, which takes off immediately. By the time his boss arrives, there is nothing left. The following night, near Cause, a woman riding her bicycle home sees in a field an orange glow, then green. The object has a strange shape. Like a turtle topped with a dome, the light goes out, and two human-like figures emerge. One of them is holding a rod, like a tool, and seems to be searching the ground. Suddenly, a powerful light floods the scene. The woman can clearly see the creatures. Small, with flat face, no nose, two holes above the mouth, and a single central eye, giving them a cyclops-like appearance. Panicked, the poor woman starts screaming. The craft immediately disappears, with a soft humming sound. And finally, in early October, near Blanzet, a local woman sees in a field by the roadside a flying saucer resting on the ground. Standing next to it is a being with a disturbing shape, as wide as it is tall, with huge eyes, glowing almost unreal. It doesn't move, it is simply there. I don't know what you think, but I find all these aliens really weird. That's it for tonight. Let me know in the comments which story struck you the most. As for me, I'll be back very soon. Bye.